Hi guys and welcome. First off, I want to thank you guys for all the support you've given me. I'm loving making videos for you lot and hopefully will continue to do so. I do plan on making videos that aren't just BoB related, but at the moment I'm loving BoB at the moment, so I'm just playing it a lot. I can also upload videos of clips I've had with my friends, like funny moments, epic moments and stuff like that if you really wanted to, so if you want to, just tell me in the comments below and let's get started into the video. Much love.
Right, so let's explain trial points. Points are gained from completing the respective trials tree, that being speed, survival or combat. You can see how much points you have by clicking the triangle in the character sheet next to the dinosaur, or going into the character sheet and clicking the triangle in the top left. These scores are calculated in percentages. Overall, the higher your percentage, the better your chances that inherits will be. But note, all inherits you gain are RNG and you are not guaranteed good inherits even if you have 100% in every trial. If you get an overall score of 85% in all 3 trees, you will not get a negative inherit at all. This is a safety net, so get grinding. Now on to pledging. Pledging is when you go to a respectful tree's shrine, that being survival, speed or combat. You go to one of these shrines and you interact with it and it will give you the option to pledge. Once to pledge, your lowest scoring tree will be brought up to the second scoring tree. This will only happen if the lowest scoring tree is the one you pledged at. Meaning if you have survival as your lowest scoring tree and combat as your second scoring tree, your survival will be brought to the damage tree score if you pledge to the survival one. Hope I'm getting through to you guys. This does help with reincarnations. Pledging to a shrine is permanent until you pledge to another shrine, which will remove the previous shrine you originally had. You can pledge at both mini and major shrines. If you have any questions I haven't explained properly, you can use the comments down and I'll try to explain more. Let's move on to the next one. Sacrificing. Sacrificing works very similar to pledging, but you die. Instead of giving your lowest scoring tree the same as your second scoring tree, it gives the same as the highest scoring tree. Meaning if survival is your lowest score and you sacrifice at a survival shrine, it will go to the highest scoring tree. This, however, will kill your dinosaur. So it's probably best to use this as an option if you want your dinosaur to die but also get its good stats, as long as you sacrifice at the right shrine. You can only sacrifice at major shrines, mini shrines don't matter. If you die near a major shrine, it will count as you sacrificing to it as well. Now I think it's time to move on to the hard one. Reincarnations. Here is what you're probably here for. Reincarnation uses your trial score as well as your talent points invested to see what inherits you potentially get. This does not mean you are guaranteed good inherits, it is all RNG. When you reincarnate your dinosaur, you will be the baby of the dinosaur you reincarnate. It will essentially be like you've nested with yourself, you egotistical bastard. This does mean that talent points invested will heavily influence the inherits that you might get. When reincarnating, you still have a chance of a negative unless you have an overall score of 85% on your trial scores. The higher your score, the higher your chances are of getting inherits. Use the score percentages rather than the numbers because some trials scale with growth. Keep in mind though, when you reincarnate, it is technically like you're deleting your dinosaur but having the baby of your dinosaur. Reincarnation is mainly used as a way for people to get nested dinosaurs without having another partner. So that means solo play is quite viable if you want to get good inherits, but you have to put more work in. I've been using reincarnation to get the inherits that I want for my dinosaurs, and I can tell you some tips and tricks on how I get some good inherits like +2s. Keep in mind this does mean that you'll have to do some work, but you could always just nest. Now let's move on to some tips and tricks. Number 1. Make sure you only reincarnate with at least 85% overall score so you don't get negatives. Number 2. Don't reincarnate at large groves. This is one I see a lot of people do. You won't get a better chance at inherits being larger. If anything, your spread will be too uneven that it'll make it worse. You only have a limited number of inherits, so having more points invested into different talents just means you're going to have more RNG. Number 3. If you play solo, pledge or sacrifice at the survival shrines. This will negate the need for group-related trials. Number 4. Reincarnating is usually best at 1.32 as you have a cap to how many inherits you naturally have, so you'd want to concentrate on the ones that you can get rather than a spread. Number 5. You can smell the banners of mini and major shrines. They are different in colours related to their respectable tree. Use this to find the tree that you want. I hope this video explains the many mechanics that are involved in BoB and helped understand them a bit more.
But again, I appreciate the support you guys have given me on my channel. I really do appreciate it. And if BoB adds more mechanics sort of similar to these, I can always just explain them if you guys want me to. But other than that, I hope you have a nice day. I'll see you later.